Every morning, before stepping into the world, take a moment for yourself. Before the distractions and noise begin, set your mind on the right path. Speak these 7 affirmations aloud, believe in them, and let them shape your day. The way you start your morning influences how you live your life. Before we dive into these 7 affirmations, let me ask you, what is the first thing you do upon waking up? Do you instinctively reach for your phone? Do you groan about leaving your bed? Or do you embrace the new day with purpose and determination? Mornings set the tone for the rest of your day. Those first few moments after waking up shape everything that follows. That is why these 7 affirmations are so powerful. They are more than just words. They are seeds planted in the fertile soil of your mind, growing throughout the day to bear the fruits of success, happiness, and fulfillment. Let's start with the first affirmation. Today I choose to be happy. The key word here is choose. Happiness isn't something that happens to you, it's a decision, a conscious choice made moment by moment, day by day. By making this choice first thing in the morning, you set yourself up for a day filled with positivity and joy. However, choosing happiness doesn't mean everything will go your way. Challenges, setbacks, and disappointments will still come your way, but when you commit to happiness, you choose to approach difficulties with a positive mindset. You seek opportunities within obstacles. Think about it. Some people navigate life with ease, smiling through adversity, while others constantly struggle and complain. The difference isn't in their circumstances, but in their mindset and daily choices. You might be thinking, you don't understand. My life is really tough right now. I can't just choose happiness. But the truth is you absolutely can. In fact, the harder life gets, the more important this choice becomes. Happiness isn't the absence of problems, it's the strength to face them head on with a positive attitude. And that strength begins with a decision you make every single morning when you say, today I choose to be happy. Now, let's move to the second affirmation. I am grateful for everything I have. Gratitude is the antidote to dissatisfaction. It's the key that unlocks true contentment and joy. When you start your day with gratitude, you shift your focus from what's missing in your life to what you already have. No matter where you are or what challenges you face, there is always something to be grateful for. Whether it's a roof over your head, food in your fridge, or simply the air in your lungs. Practicing gratitude daily changes your perspective. It reminds you that even in tough times, you have blessings to appreciate. And when you acknowledge those blessings, your entire outlook on life shifts for the better. Embrace these affirmations as part of your morning routine. Speak them, believe them, and watch how they transform your day and ultimately your life. You generate a strong positive energy that drives you forward. You train your mind to find the good in every situation, recognizing opportunities within challenges. But gratitude isn't just about feeling good, it's about creating more good in your life. What you focus on expands. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you start to notice even more reasons to appreciate life. It's like tuning a radio to a specific frequency. Once you're tuned into gratitude, you'll start picking up more signals of abundance all around you. Now, some of you might be thinking, but what if I don't feel grateful? What if I'm facing difficult times and can't see anything positive? That's exactly when gratitude is most important. Start small, be thankful for the basics. The fact that you woke up today, the ability to make choices, the opportunity to grow, learn, and improve. When you appreciate what you have, you open yourself up to receiving even more. The third affirmation to tell yourself every morning is, I am capable of achieving great things. This is about belief, having faith in yourself and your abilities, recognizing the immense potential within you. Success begins in the mind. Before you can achieve greatness in the world, you must first see it in your thoughts. You have to perceive yourself as capable, worthy, and destined for more. And that vision starts with the words you speak to yourself each morning. When you affirm that you are capable of great things, you set higher standards for yourself. You push beyond mediocrity, step out of your comfort zone, and strive for excellence. You give yourself permission to dream big and work diligently to turn those dreams into reality. But here's the key. Just saying these words isn't enough. You have to believe them, let them sink deep into your subconscious, and become a part of who you are. Because when you truly believe in your potential, when your confidence is unwavering, you'll find that the world aligns to help you achieve your goals. Some of you might be thinking, but what if I've failed before? What if I've tried and fallen short? To that I say, failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the journey. Every failure teaches a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger, gain wisdom, and move closer to your goals. The greatest achievers in history All faced obstacles and failures. Yet what set them apart was their belief in themselves and their determination. They didn't let failure define them, they used it to refine them. It's exactly what you must do. Turn past failures into stepping stones for future success. The fourth affirmation to speak each morning is, I choose to focus on what I can control. This is about taking personal responsibility. Understanding that while you cannot control everything that happens to you, you always have control over how you respond. Life is unpredictable, there will always be uncertainties, but your reaction to them is entirely within your power. Factors beyond your control, the economy, other people's actions, or even the weather will always exist. However, successful individuals don't waste time or energy worrying about these uncertainties. Instead, they focus on what they can influence. When you begin your day by deliberately choosing to focus on what you can control, you empower yourself. You take responsibility for your life. You set the tone by affirming, no matter what happens today, I will focus on my actions, attitude, and responses. This mindset shift is incredibly freeing. It releases you from the frustration of trying to change things beyond your power and allows you to direct your energy toward meaningful actions that create real impact. However, making this choice isn't always easy. It's tempting to blame others, make excuses, or fixate on obstacles. But when you do that, you give away your power and let external circumstances dictate your life. Instead, choose to be proactive. Focus on your circle of influence. Ask yourself, what can I do today to move closer to my goals? How can I improve myself? How can I contribute to others? These questions lead to growth, progress, and success. Remember, the only person you can truly change is yourself. But when you change your thoughts, actions, and habits, you transform your world. You become a force of nature capable of overcoming any challenge and achieving any goal. The fifth affirmation you need to tell yourself every morning is, I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. This is about perspective, choosing to see the world not just as it is, but as it could be. It's about recognizing that every difficulty, every setback, and every problem is a chance to become stronger, wiser, and better. Life won't always be smooth. There will be storms, obstacles, and moments when it feels like forces beyond your control are working against you. But it is in these very moments that you have the greatest opportunity to grow. Think about it. When do you grow the most? Is it when everything is easy and comfortable? No. Growth happens when you are challenged, when you step out of your comfort zone, and when you must adapt and overcome. So when you start your day by embracing challenges as opportunities, you shift your mindset. You stop seeing problems as roadblocks and start seeing them as stepping. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You ask, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to improve? This shift in perspective changes everything. It turns setbacks into setups for comebacks. It transforms failures into valuable lessons. It makes every challenge an opportunity to prove yourself, develop new skills, and become the person you are meant to be. However, embracing challenges must be genuine. It's not about pretending difficulties don't affect you. It's about truly recognizing the value of struggle and the growth that comes from overcoming adversity. When you start to see challenges this way, when you welcome them as opportunities for personal development, you will become more resilient, adaptable, and confident. You will develop a strength that allows you to navigate life's uncertainties with courage and determination, and that strength will set you apart, making success not just possible, but inevitable. External circumstances cannot shake you when you stand firm in your mindset. The sixth line you should tell yourself every morning is, I am committed to continuous improvement. This is about progress. It's about recognizing that success isn't a final destination, but an ongoing journey. It's about dedicating yourself to becoming slightly better each day. The most accomplished individuals share a common trait. They never stop learning, growing, or pushing themselves to greater heights. They understand that in a constantly evolving world, standing still means falling behind. When you commit to continuous improvement, you place yourself on a path of lifelong growth. You acknowledge, no matter how good I am today, I can be better tomorrow. There is always room to grow, always something new to learn, and always a way to refine your skills or expand your knowledge. But here's the key. Improvement doesn't happen by chance. It requires deliberate effort. It takes a willingness to step beyond your comfort zone, embrace new challenges, and confront your weaknesses directly. It demands discipline, persistence, and an unwavering drive to become the best version of yourself. So, how do you put this commitment into action? Start small. Dedicate time each day to learning. Read books, listen to podcasts, take courses, seek feedback, and act on it. Reflect on your experiences and search for lessons in everything you do. Remember, improvement is not about comparing yourself to others, it's about measuring your progress against who you were yesterday. Small, consistent steps forward add up, and over time, those gradual improvements compound. Before you know it, you've traveled farther than you ever imagined. The seventh and final line you should tell yourself each morning is, I choose to make a positive impact today. This is about purpose. It's about understanding that life isn't solely about personal success, it's also about the difference you make in the world around you. True fulfillment doesn't come from what we acquire, but from what we contribute. It comes from knowing that our actions, words, and presence have made the world a little better. When you begin your day with the intention of making a positive impact, you align yourself with a greater purpose, giving your actions meaning beyond personal ambitions. Making a difference doesn't require grand gestures or heroic acts. It can be as simple as offering a kind word, assisting a colleague, or brightening someone's day with a small act of kindness. It could mean approaching your work with excellence, knowing that your contributions matter. It's about treating others with respect and spreading positivity wherever you go. The beauty of focusing on making a positive impact is that this energy returns to you many times over. You'll experience greater joy, more fulfillment in your work, and deeper meaning in your relationships. The desire to make a difference can be a powerful motivator, inspiring you to go the extra mile in everything you do. Persevering through challenges and striving for excellence in all that you do can shape your success. When you recognize that your actions have the power to positively influence others, you tap into a deeper source of strength and motivation that extends beyond personal gain. So there you have it, 7 simple yet powerful affirmations that can transform not just your day, but your entire life. However, these are not just words to be spoken, they are beliefs to be felt, embraced, and lived. Let's recap. Today I choose to be happy. I am grateful for everything I have. I am capable of achieving great things. I choose to focus on what I can control. I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. I am committed to continuous improvement. I choose to make a positive impact today. Now imagine the impact of starting each day with these affirmations. Picture the positivity you'd cultivate, the resilience you'd build, the growth you'd experience, and the influence you'd have on those around you. But remember, simply saying these words once isn't enough. To make a lasting impact, these affirmations must become second nature. That requires repetition, commitment, and discipline. Here's a challenge. For the next 30 days, begin each morning with these 7 affirmations. Say them aloud, write them down, internalize their meaning, and observe how your perspective begins to shift. Success leaves clues, and one of the most vital is this: successful individuals start their day with intention. Before they even step out of bed, they prepare their minds for positivity, productivity, and purpose. These affirmations will do the same for you. They will set you up for success, help you navigate challenges, and remind you of your potential, your blessings, and your ability to create change. However, affirmations are just the beginning. They lay the foundation, but what comes next is equally important. Your actions must reflect your words. When you say, "Today I choose to be happy," make choices that foster joy and well-being. When you declare, "I am grateful for everything I have," take time to appreciate the good in your life. When you affirm, "I am capable of achieving great things," set ambitious goals and take steps toward them. When you say, "I choose to focus on what I can control," direct your energy to what truly matters. When you declare, "I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth," face obstacles with a mindset that seeks learning and improvement. When you affirm, "I am committed to continuous improvement," actively pursue knowledge and personal development. When you say, "I choose to make a positive impact today," seek opportunities to uplift others and contribute to the world around you. These affirmations are not magic spells. They won't change your life overnight, but they will reshape your mindset, and when your mindset shifts, your actions follow. Actions create habits, and habits define the course of your life. Start today and watch the transformation unfold. What if these affirmations don't feel natural? What if they seem forced? My answer: fake it until you make it. Your mind doesn't differentiate between what's real and what's imagined. By consistently reinforcing positive thoughts and affirming your potential and purpose, your brain gradually begins to accept them as truth. Think of it like planting seeds in a garden. At first, the soil may seem barren with no visible results, but with consistent care, watering, sunlight, and patience, those seeds eventually sprout, grow, and flourish. Affirmations work the same way. Initially, they may feel awkward or unnatural. You might not fully believe them, but through repetition and reinforcement, they take root in your subconscious. Over time, they become second nature, shaping your mindset and influencing your actions. The key is making this a habit. Affirmations must become embedded in your daily routine, which requires commitment, discipline, and consistency. So here's my challenge. For the next 30 days, start your morning with these 7 affirmations. Say them out loud, write them down, internalize their meaning. Observe how your perspective and ultimately your life begins to shift. Success leaves clues, and one of the most significant is this: successful people begin their day with intention. Before even stepping out of bed, they set their mindset. They prepare themselves for positivity, productivity, and purpose. That's exactly what these 7 affirmations will do for you. They will position you for success, strengthen your ability to tackle challenges, and remind you of your potential, blessings, and capacity to make an impact. But remember, affirmations alone aren't enough. They are the foundation, not the entire structure. What follows after you say them is just as important. Your actions must align with your words. When you affirm, "Today, I choose to be happy," ensure that your choices throughout the day support that happiness. When you declare, "I am grateful for everything I have," take a moment to appreciate your blessings. When you say, "I am capable of achieving great things," set ambitious goals and take deliberate steps toward them. When you affirm, "I choose to focus on what I can control," direct your energy toward constructive efforts rather than worrying about the uncontrollable. When you say, "I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth," tackle obstacles with a mindset of learning and self-improvement. When you commit to, "I am dedicated to continuous improvement," actively seek new ways to develop and evolve. When you affirm, "I choose to make a positive impact today," find ways to uplift others and add value to their lives. These affirmations are not magical incantations. They won't transform your life instantly, but they will reshape your mindset. And when your mindset shifts, your actions follow. As your actions evolve, they create new habits. And when your habits change, your entire life transforms. So are you ready? Begin today and watch the transformation unfold. Your mind doesn't differentiate between reality and imagination. When you consistently reinforce positive thoughts, when you reaffirm your potential and purpose daily, your mind begins to accept them as truth. Think of it like planting seeds in a garden. At first, you might not see any progress. The soil may look bare, lifeless, but with consistent care, watering, nurturing, and patience, those seeds will eventually sprout, grow, and flourish into something remarkable. The same principle applies to affirmations. At first, they may feel unnatural or forced. You might not fully believe them, but by repeating them consistently, reinforcing those positive ideas, they start to take root in your mind. Over time, they strengthen, shaping your mindset until they become second nature, your default way of thinking.